Hello viewers and friends that have joined us for another video today. I know a lot of people enjoy how I use our mobile food pantry produce, especially when you get so much. So that's going to be part of today's video. I also just made a recipe that I'll link down below. It's Julia Panchenko's Cafe Real recipe, but I used some of my canned items in it. So let me do that really quick with you right now. Let me share with you right now. That is what I'm trying to say. Oh my Lanta, it's been a week. So, I'm bringing dinner to several families tonight. It's full moon week, which means everybody could use a little bit of extra love. So, not only am I bringing dinner to the mamas that just had a baby, I have another family with a young mama that just came back from a trip, and they got back late today after being up all night trying to get home. So that kind of thing, you know, you're like, okay, I'm bringing dinner tonight, y'all. I'm bringing dinner tonight. And then I got a call from another mama that just is having a very hard time. So all of that to say, you won't see this in our meal rotation because this whole thing was made for somebody else. It does use Mobile Food Pantry because we got this pork loin from the Mobile Food Pantry. And in here is some spices, and then I put in half a jar of this salsa verde that I made in 2021 using green tomatoes. So I think this may be the last jar. I might have one more. And then this is enchilada, and those are canned things that I made. I pulled out a grape jam because I think I'm going to try that Pioneer Woman Nutri-Grain bars again and make that. So that's in here. This has been cooking on low and it's just about done. I feel like it needs a little bit more because I feel like I'm really having to work to get this to get pulled apart, and I feel like it should just kind of fall apart. So yeah, that's what this is going to be, and that's using like some of the stuff that I've canned. I think even the enchilada sauce, that was probably from tomatoes I got from Mobile Food Pantry. But anyway, here's going on this now. Alright, so we're going through all of these strawberries that I got at the food pantry. This is bag number 2 or 3 of things that I've weeded through, and we're actually going to dehydrate them. My sister wanted to kind of learn how to make jam, but we decided that dehydrating this would actually be a better fit for our family. So that's what we're doing. Because the end pieces are a little bit chunkier, all I'm doing is I'm just putting all the end pieces in here, and we'll use that in smoothies. So that's currently what I'm working on, starting with the food that we got from the food pantry, and I will take you along today and show you all the things that I'm doing. I don't normally show like how-tos on my channel. I usually just use simple Google. So this is my dehydrator. I get a lot of questions about this, and it's basically something my mom sent me. It is linked down in the description box below. You can check it out. But it has been one of the most workhorses of my kitchen. So we're dehydrating the strawberries here based on what I found the temperature and the time should be online. Here I'm using all of that spinach that I got last week, and I'm dehydrating it. It was a suggestion from one of you, and it was a perfect suggestion. My husband loves to make this green powder that he drinks, and so I thought I would save us a lot of money by trying to make it up myself. So I dehydrated a ton of this spinach and just kind of picked through it, went through it, and powdered it up. First I put it in the Blendtex, and it gets it not as fine as I would like, but it gets it down pretty good. And then I put it through my coffee grinder, and that gets it into a much finer powder. But I really prefer putting it through the Blendtex first. And here I'm just basically picking through each one. There was a lot of slimy ones that I had to pull out, and we put that on the compost or gave some of the better but less slimy ones, not good enough for dehydrating, to the bunny. Hello, welcome to another video where I'm going to share with you what we got from our mobile food pantry. In the description box below there is a video basically talking about all the ins and outs of the food pantry. You can check it out. So it answers questions like portions and why we have extra, what we do with it all, how to find some in your local area, so on and so forth. Also in the description box are links so you can find one in your area, so you don't have to watch that whole video. I recommend doing that because it answers a lot of questions. There are only 3 portions today instead of the usual 4 for those that are watching time and time again. The older couple kept a whole portion for themselves, it looks like. Okay, so, and there's also a bonus box here that I'll get to in just a second. And I am expecting another bonus haul that I will try to film later tonight. It is Lent season, and so my time ends up being a little bit frazzled when it comes to the evening. So yeah, we each got a commodity box. I share with my sister, so one of these portions is my sister. I don't know how much I'll be able to share with my church this week, but each commodity box, which means it is a government subsidized box. So those that are like, hey, you don't do government, again, I don't have to provide all of this information in order to qualify for this. So that's one of the reasons that we do this, okay? So here is one milk. This is shelf-stable milk. I've been kind of keeping a stockpile of this in preparation for my no-buy time coming up in June. That's one more way you can do it. If we need it, we dig into it. So I've had to dig into it twice. But there's not enough to share equally with the church people. So I just put it on the shelf. And I'm trying to just build up a little stockpile for later on. And this is good till November 2023. We have one thing of red potatoes. We only have 2 bags of apples. And we have 3 bags of onions. Some of this white American cheese. Oh, I'm sorry. This is one box, and then we have 2 other boxes. However, the older couple kept some of their apples, so they kept 2 of the apples. But yeah, other than that, this is what comes in one box, and some sausage crumbles. I also like to share with you what you could make with what you got here for meals. So easily you can take the red potatoes and kind of slice them up or even dice them up and kind of fry them for a little bit in oil. And then you could make a sausage gravy and cheese to go on top with some onions. And there's a pretty good meal right there, either for breakfast or lunch. And that would be fantastic. You could get several portions in it. This says keep frozen. This is already defrosted. So this would need to be used up pretty quickly. And again, that's what each box contains, except for one box that does not have a apple. This is kind of, you can see the air is in it, so this definitely should be used today. Okay, also, we also got some of these sugar cookies. So, there's that. This one was damaged, so we'll put that on a plate. I think I'm going to take this to church and just kind of have like a little treat for the kidlets there. And then outside of our commodity, outside of our commodity box, we ended up with 2 cases of chocolate milk. So again, the older couple kept one of their things, and these expire on the 12th. Or I have a Best Buy. It could be either one. Alright, then in addition to this, in addition to what's in this box, there was also a package of white powdered donuts that my son took to work with him to share with the farmer and all of that. We have a Raisin Nut Bran. Raisin Bran is actually one of my favorites ever, and I think I'm the only one in my house that likes this, so I'm really excited about that. We have a thing of soup. This is sweet corn and roasted poblano. We have a bunch of grapefruits. And, oh, looks like we have another package of powdered donuts. So that's what, so this box is another food pantry that's in another town that I can't make it to. It's on Tuesdays rather than Wednesdays. I can't make it to just due to time constraints with the babysitting kids that I have and all of that. So the older couple actually live in that town, and so they brought me this one. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Okay, so the other elder couple came and brought us the stuff that they don't want, and so I'm going to add that on to this food pantry haul. Okay, so we had a whole bag of grapefruit, and then these are just a few left so I could show you. So we got some of those. We got some apples. We got some more onions. We got a whole box of these. I've given away most of them. We got some more of that chocolate milk, and then I've given away most of that, so I don't really have a whole lot to share with you of that. These ones we're actually going to send with my husband tomorrow. I know our pastor really loves these kind of donuts, and then it is like a potluck on Sunday, so these will be good that we'll set out there. We ended up with 4 more boxes of this one, so that's just going to go onto our shelf, and that's what we're going to add to our pantry. So I obviously have a lot of onions, and if you've been around a while, onions are something that I have so much in the freezer as well. So I will probably chop these up, and then I will dehydrate them and add them to my dehydrated powders. And then the apples, one of the things that I did not do enough or put up enough this past time. Yes, we can eat these fresh. But my kids absolutely love dried apple rings, so I will also be drying up a bunch of that. They will be really great to have as a quick snack. And so that's the plan. Alright, I will see you in the next video.